Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well by the spirits of power that be. Robert Kadam unto the hopefully elect. Here's a brother Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson. Lord's will is edifying. Alright, this is gonna be over you clearing up your distractions, not letting Satan, right? Not letting Shaitan get in the best of you. All right, not letting him get you out of this truth. Not letting him cause you not to do the Lord's work. And you're going to be able to catch it and rebuke it and, defeat it at times. And sometimes you're going to fall. We're in the flesh and things do happen. And, that just man falls 7 times. But, you got to get back up. You got to fight again. You got to keep going. You got to get better. Right? Proverbs 4:7. In the KJV, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Now let's go into principle right quick. It says, first in order of importance, main. So in your day, like doing a lesson, you will want to do that early in the day. That want to be the first thing you do, right? Because that's principle. You do the Lord's will first. But sometimes, you might slip and it end up being the last, or you don't do it at all. You procrastinate, whatever it is, and that's because you let Satan get in the way. And that's his job. That's what he wants to do. He wants to get in the way of you and Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. He wants to separate you. Whenever you're not doing Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua's will, whenever you're not fearing the Lord, right? How you supposed to be. Whenever you're not following the scriptures, how you supposed to be. Satan's in there, man. That flesh is in there. And you got to fight. That's the fight. He wants to separate you. He wants to get you out of there. All right? Satan wants to change your principle, your main goal, right? He wants to pit, he's so cunning, he'll pit you first, and that can come in a fashion of maybe you getting more money instead of, going out to camp or making a lesson or being with a brother or something just to get you in the way. He'll put anything in the way, that is contrary to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. He'll put that in the way of you doing what you need to do so that you can fall. And that's the fight that we're in, and you're going to catch it sometimes and you're going to not catch it sometimes. But it's cool as long as you get back up, man. As long as you get back up, because it's going to happen. You're supposed to learn from it. Like, okay, yeah, no, let's not do that again. And sometimes you're going to fall for the same thing. Sometimes you're going to fall over and over. And that's frustrating. But that's also a part of the fight. The thing is, you can't give up. All right? But it says wisdom is a principal thing. So the main thing, right? This truth, right? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding. This truth and applying it to our life. Not being hearers only, but doers of the word. It says wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Yeah, that understanding is applying the wisdom that you receive, But the point was that the wisdom, this truth, the fear of the Lord is the principal thing, the main thing, right? That's the main thing on our minds, man, this truth. And Satan's job, he wants to get that out of your mind completely, but he's going to start by putting things in the way of that being the main thing. He could send a woman. He could send money opportunity. He could send, anything. Lust, busy, just being busy, trying to make it seem like you so busy that you ain't got no time for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, or the truth, But really, it's all a test. The Lord wants to see if you're going to make that sacrifice. He might make it so busy to where, you'll have to sacrifice sleep to do a lesson or whatever, And that's just, hey, sacrifice leads to success, That was what the class was over this weekend. It's the spirit. All right. And the Lord will do that to test you, to see if you'll sacrifice. He'll push you there, right? But let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, in the NLT, it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. I like it in the NLT on this one. Yeah, you got to be familiar, man. You got to know what he wants to ultimately do. That's how you're familiar. And you're going to catch that by knowing anything that's trying to get you away from the truth. Anything that's trying to put the truth as not primary in your life, then guess what? That's Satan, man. And everybody got their lives set up differently. The Lord set every brother up differently. So I'm not saying like if a brother, he don't got to work certain days or he worked these hours and it fits perfectly for this, and you don't, you got to miss one day of this, or you can't do this in the morning, then you wicked. Nah, everybody different. But you do got to find that time for the truth. You do got to find that time for Yahweh Shema Shai. You can't let things get in the way. The Lord is looking at you, when he gonna judge you, But let me read it again. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us. Yeah, he's trying to outsmart you, with those schemes, those little plots. And it can come in all kind of fashions, man. It will come in all kind of fashions. You'll know, but you got to catch it. Anything that's trying to get you away from this truth, man. Anything just trying to take this from being the main or the priority thing in your everyday life, man. Let's keep going, because that's what Satan wants to do. He wants to distract you, right? He wants to get you out of there. Luke 22:31. It says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Yeah, so Satan wants to get you out of here, man. Right? And you read further down, it speaks on, about Yahweh Shai praying for us, for the elect. So that's good. Yahweh Shai's prayers are definitely going to be answered. But, the point is that Satan wants to have us, man. He wants to have us. He wants to get us out of there. But that's all a part of what we're in here for, man. That furnace of adversity. Because when you go into this word sift in part 1 on Google, the verb, it says put through a sieve so as to remove lumps or large particles. And then a similar word says purify, refine. And what is the Lord doing? He's refining us. He's purifying us. He's proving us. So Satan's just a tool, man. All things work for good for us. But we got to pass that test, though. We can't fail it, because ultimately, we know that ultimate sifting is going to be the CHIP, the MOTB, that Dorito chip, because it's going to be, hey, you're either going to keep your life and everything here, and you're going to keep your comforts and save your life on this side, or you're going to give everything up. You're going to give your life up, man. Right? And you got to do that spiritually now, because if you don't, you're going to be too attached later. Right? So Yahweh Shema Shai set Satan up, to help refine us, to purify us, man, putting hell on us, so we can go through little things now that ultimately, when that time comes, we already, just like David, we already going through things. And then when that Goliath come, the Lord was with us all along. He delivered us all along. Then we know we're going to get delivered at that one, Sirach 33:1, that often danger come, but the Lord's going to save, So we're going to have scriptures like that in our mind, man. But back to the point, Satan wants us, man. He's trying to pit schemes and, cunning little things in your life to set you up, to trip you and this and that. And sometimes you do get caught, but you got to get out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. You got to defeat that sin or whatever it is, lust, whatever distraction it is. Let's just go into this word distraction. And I'll end it off. Just see what distraction says. Just a distraction. That's what he's trying to do, man. Put a distraction on you, get you distracted, to distract you from what you truly supposed to be doing, your real purpose. All right, so distraction on Google, it says a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to someone else. Yeah, and that's to Yahweh Shema Shai, to this truth, man. All right. Similar word says interruption. Ooh, I like that. Interruption, diversion. All right. So he's trying to interrupt you, right? And let's also go down to the second one. Still under noun on the Google, it says a diversion or recreation. And on the similar words of that, it says hobby, interest. So it can be something of your own interest, right? It says under interest, the state of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. So yeah, you might be too deep into one thing. Might I don't know, play the game too much. Do something else too much that's outside of the truth. Whatever it is. It says entertainment, amusement, game. That's funny. It's a game. Sports. Skill, strength, luck, whatever, man. So an entertainment, an amusement. The provision of enjoyment of entertainment. That's what amusement says. So that's what he's trying to pit there, and it's gonna appease to your flesh. It's gonna please your flesh. And that's his job. That's what he want to do. But your job is to fight that flesh. You're supposed to pit off the mortal and pit on the immortal, right? And you going through these trials and tribulations and these temptations, you're going to be pitting off the flesh even more and pitting on the immortal, man. All right, but that's what Satan wants to do. And I've been feeling that heavy. I've been fighting, these distractions, these entertainments, these games, these schemes he's putting there, which the Lord is allowing, just to see if you're going to choose or sacrifice for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And that's pretty much the point, man. Lord's will, this was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rakakodash. The bonds to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teaches truth and will by the spirits of power there be. Wabrakadam unto the hopeful elect. Choose and sacrifice for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Get off of those entertainments too much. Get off of those games too much. Don't fall for the schemes. Don't fall for the traps. Don't be, matter of fact, let me read this again. It says, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Okay? Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Shalom.